So it's never easy when ACU plays Tarleton. Just talk about grinding this one out and pulling away late for a win.
Yeah, I mean, Tarleton's our rival school, so it's always fun to play them. And I think the atmosphere here was really good tonight. And I mean, we practice here every day, and we knocked shots down that we needed to. Yeah.
This is a game you didn't know would be scheduled this time a week ago, I don't think. So talk about the preparation coming into this one, and did it look any different from how you approach a normal game?
No, the first time we were gonna play them, we really just like focused on the scout, and we knew it. And then like this time, we already knew all the players, so like we already knew their strengths and like weaknesses. So I think just we executed that really well, and it was easy to go out there and win tonight.
You mentioned the atmosphere, and your state coach talked about getting to play at home 3 games in a row here. Talk about just being back here at Moody, where you're 11-0 now, and it's just seems like one of the best home court advantages in the conference.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we practice here every day, so like just knocking the shots down we needed for today, and just executing defensively. I think we just executed that really well.
Tarleton had a couple big runs there. I think the one in the second quarter, and then that one to start the fourth quarter. Talk about being able to respond to those to kind of shake them off and then come out on the right side of it.
Yeah, I mean, in the timeout, we just talked about how we needed to pick it up, and I think we went out there and we knew we're a good team, and I think we showed that out there today.
Conference high for you tonight. Just what made you so successful on the floor?
I have a really strong just scoring mentality, so I mean, if my threes aren't falling, I'm trying to get to the basket and score, or trying to kick out to teammates. And I think just tonight, I really grinded, especially on that to get to the basket and to help my team out.
You had 8 points in that fourth quarter. What was your mindset going into that with a really close game?
I mean, I knew I needed to score. Somebody needed to score, and I mean, just going out there and being just, like I said, my scoring mentality, just to get us back and get us to where we needed to take home the dub.
A really tough task down low with Luger on the other side. Amy played a big role in limiting her. Kind of, what did you see from her?
I mean, she is a great player. She's really strong, really tall, and I think just all of our fives, all of our bigs, they did just really good at, trying to keep the ball away from her. And I think the guards helped, especially trying to, stop the lobs and stuff. So they did a really good job.
And then Riley Groman had a really effective night tonight. A couple huge plays and assists to you off of a turnover. What did you see from her?
She did really good tonight. I know her steals were really crucial for the game. I think those were a great part of her game, and I think I was there for a pass from her, and I mean she knocked down a three. She did her best tonight.
And then you have 3 games this week against 3 good opponents. How important is it to get the first one?
It's really important. We need to keep winning here at home and just execute like we have been offensively and defensively.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, like we told Peyton, it's never easy whenever ECU plays Tarleton. Talk about being able to grind out this one and just pull off another one at home.
Yeah, this game was super close. It came down to the wire, and we just all had to have a great team effort tonight. It took all of us. We had to throw in some different strategy tonight, and we just all got it done as a team.
Looking forward, this is first of 3 games this week. Talk about the approach to these next games and just kind of how you have to. You can enjoy this one, but then you immediately tomorrow have to prep for Utah Valley. So talk about kind of the plan this week.
Yeah, we're going to enjoy this one tonight, but then as soon as it hits 12 o'clock, we are scratching this game, and we're focusing on the Utah Valley Scout, and we're going to be focused on that game. And then after we win that one, we're going to focus on Cal Baptist. So our mindset's just being team first wins and go out there and execute.
There were a few instances where you made a play on one side of the ball on offense and then immediately make one on defense. Is there a side of the ball you enjoy playing on? Do you prefer like going in that scoring attack or playing defense on the other team? Do you have a preference? And just talk about those moments.
I love all of it. Whatever my team needs me to do, I'm going to do that. And tonight it was just some energy off the bench, both on the offense and defensive side.
Peyton Hole, the leading scorer, just how'd she lead the team tonight?
Oh, yeah, she's a great leader. Tonight she just set the tone for us, I think, offensively and defensively. And she really set the tone. I mean, without her, we don't get this win, so.
And then Lou Bear on the other side, a huge, literally huge force to deal with down low. How'd you see Amy and the rest of the team handle that?
Yeah, Amy and all of our bigs and fives, they did a great job trying to front and keep the ball out of her hands, and then we blew up a few lob passes, but overall, great job by them. Great job blocking out and everything. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, maybe so just talk about grinding out this win and pulling away late in a game that really came down to the final seconds.
I think that we used the mentality of team first wins. We played for each other. Once we got in that huddle and Coach Goodenough kind of told us what we needed to do, we straightened it out and we got it done. And we're always big rivals with Tarleton, as you know. And I think that we just continued to push through and adversity and do what we needed to do.
You're going against, like they said, maybe one of the top post players in the conference in Blue Bear. Talk about the challenge that brings on and just kind of being able to play your game against her.
Mm-hmm. I think really it was just the defensive aspect of fronting her and always having that backside blow up that lob because they always want to lob it to her. And I think that we did a really great job on that tonight, and we held down that. So, yeah.
You've kind of been thrust in this new position with the injury to Meredith and everything. Talk about within your position group kind of how you've adapted to that this season and kind of jumping into that new role and being able to produce in that position.
I think I just did it for my team. Everybody on the team needed me to step up and to be vocal, and the one post that was vocal on the team. So I think that was just my mentality of I'm doing it for my teammates.
Late in the game, they're shooting free throws on the other side, and Coach, you could walk over to Coach. She gives you a little message. What did she say, and kind of what was your response after that?
She said basically just be big and front her, basically, and just block out and get that rebound. That's all we needed.
And you had 4 fouls at the time. What does it say about her trust in you to go through and make a play?
I think Coach really trusts me in that because she knew I wouldn't foul in that instance and just in general. So, yeah.
And then a great night from Peyton Hole. How'd she lead the team?
Peyton is just an amazing scorer and great teammate. I think Peyton really adds that aspect of scoring for our team that we need, and without her, we wouldn't have won. So.
And obviously, your primary task was dealing with Lou Bear down low. How did you see the guards, specifically Bree Davis and Jasmine Stone, who made a couple big plays? How did you see them help you out in that?
They helped me out on that backside when they just tried to lob it into her, and I think kudos to them for that because that was a lot of big plays that we needed.
You're going against another Glen Rose Lady Tiger out there. Talk about that experience going against a high school teammate, and is it feeling weird being on the other side of the ball from her?
Honestly, no. It gives me more fire to play against her, actually. So I think that's pretty cool that we got to play each other. And she had a pretty good game, but I think that made me really competitive and want to compete with them even more.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Coach, if you just want to talk about this team has shown time and time again they can grind out these wins when the game comes to them late. Talk about being able to see them do it once again here at Moody.
And gosh, what a great battle! Really credit Coach Brock, his team. My gosh, they came in and gave us everything that I'm sure their game plan was just to run us out of the gym and get the ball into Lou Bear, and he's got great guards that can drive. He's got good shooters. I think of all the players in the WAC, Lou Bear is the most improved player. Just, watching some of their games in November until now, like she just continues getting better and better, and, has to be a really coachable kid, to do that. And so she's definitely a force to be reckoned with. But what a battle, just to another great gritty whack game, and we came out on top of this one.
Talk about being able to respond to runs that they had. I think they had like the 15-0 run in the second quarter, and then that one to start the fourth quarter. Talk about being able to shake those runs off and come out on the right side of it to keep Matapatio's own momentum.
You know, as frustrating as those are, our team does respond pretty well in those situations, especially if we can, you know, get a timeout or immediately follow that with like a defensive stop or something like that. But, you know, we finished the third quarter so well, and then couldn't have started the fourth quarter any worse. You know, I mean, just no resistance. They just immediately scored 9 points on us. And so, you know, kind of dug ourselves a hole there. But proud of the way our players responded. This was a tough, hard-fought battle, and like I said, I thought Tarleton played really well. I thought our team had to respond to a lot of adversity, and you know, just proud to finish the game off with a win. You know, there's a lot of these one-possession games going on in our league, and we were the victim of one on Saturday, and so for us to be able to get one back today is a big deal for our program.
How is it to see a couple players with not as much experience as some of the other players on the team, with Amy and Riley, to be able to produce in those big moments and just play such a key role in a game like this?
Well, I mean, we're about to go in the locker room down at halftime if Riley Groman doesn't hit the three and force the turnover. Like, I mean, that was just back-to-back plays, and she dove on the floor a couple of times late in the game, and the ball goes out off of them, and just, you know, just staying in the game and playing hard, and you know, getting on the floor after loose balls were big. And, you know, those kinds of things don't show up on the stat sheet, but I thought Riley was a huge spark for us off the bench. And honestly, we need sparks off the bench. I mean, we've been looking for that for a few weeks, and Riley did a tremendous job with that. I thought that Jasmine Stone came in and gave us some quality minutes. She shot 100% from the field and the free throw line tonight. And, you know, these two players off the bench, Riley and Jasmine, they come in and they have the best plus-minus of anybody on our team. They came in and just were very efficient with their minutes on the floor. Lou Bear, you know, I think she's a really good player and creates some problems for you on defense. And, you know, Emma worked really hard on her, but we did have to throw, you know, Jordan and Amy out there some just to present a little more resistance and some size. And I don't know that we slowed her down. She had a big-time double-double. But I did think that Jordan and Amy, they gave us some quality minutes and maybe, you know, prevented a few more passes into Lou Bear.
You mentioned it there. You threw Jordan Coleman in for 3.5 minutes. Literally not a stat, but she kind of limited Lou Bear in those minutes. What did you see from her?
Yeah, I just thought she played big and, you know, tried really hard to do what we were asking her to do. Provided some rest for Emma Troxel, you know, just to be able to throw, you know, those 2 5s out there and, you know, just appreciate them going out and playing really hard.
And then Peyton Hull, her best game in conference play so far this season. How do you see her lead, both in her performance and then also with her attitude?
Well, it's about time. You know, Peyton is like, and she said it, like just such a great scoring mentality. And, you know, when the game is over, like she just wants to win a ball game. But she does know that she needs to go take double-digit shot attempts every night. I thought tonight she did a good job of reading whether she needed to go all the way into the hole or jump stop and kick to shooters. You know, she got some big rebounds for us on the defensive side of the ball, but she's really hard to defend, especially in that middle third of the court. And, yeah, she just did a good job reading the defense. And I thought she took really good three-point shots tonight. She held her follow-through. She stayed in her shot and had a good scoring night from the three-point line. And so hopefully we can just move forward this week with her shooting the ball well.
Yeah. And then, you know, with dealing with Lou Bear down low, the guards really active on that help side. What did you see from them and how big is that?
Yeah, you know, I felt like we took a lot of breaks with our on-ball defense. You know, to defend good scoring post players like that, you have to have good on-ball pressure, and I think we took a lot of breaks with that. So it did require the help side to be ready because we let them pass the ball into her quite a bit, and you know, we forced a couple of turnovers, we deflected some passes out of bounds, and it was mainly backside guard help, and so the on-ball defenders need to thank their help side guards for bailing them out several times.
And then in a game where it's back and forth, it's a game of runs, and it comes down to the final couple of possessions, how big is it for your team to be able to come out on top of that?
Yeah, it was really big. You know, I was frustrated. They have the free throws, and we get a rebound, and we turn it over. We're trying to call a timeout, and we turn the ball over. And then, you know, we have 3 different baseline out of bounds plays. We just need to get it in. They're going to come foul us. And We just need to understand those situations and then just walk up to the line and, just seal the deal and knock the shots down.
How big was it for Peyton to kind of, find that extra gear in the fourth quarter and score 8 points and knock down some big free throws?
Yeah, it was big. And, she played a lot of minutes tonight. But, Peyton is in elite physical condition. And, being at home, we've got so many different tools and resources to help our players recover. And Peyton does not like coming out of the game. And, I wasn't going to take her out. She had the hot hand. She had the ability to drive downhill tonight. And so, just really credit her for just maintaining that scoring mentality throughout the course of the game.
Talk about, it's a quick turnaround to Thursday and then Saturday after that. Talk about the approach this week, just between short preparation time maybe for the next teams, and then after each game you can't dwell on it too long because you have one in a couple days.
This is a player's dream this week. You practice, you play. You practice, you play. You practice, you play. It's a dream. Nobody wants to practice. This needs to be their favorite week that we've had the entire school year. It is a quick turnaround, and we couldn't have picked 3 more different teams to play. And, we just told them, celebrate till about midnight, and they've already got their scouting report for Utah Valley. And I was like, instead of wasting your brain cells on TikTok tomorrow, you need to be studying your scouting report because this is a very quick turnaround. UVU has 3 days to get ready for us, so we got to maximize the time that we have. But gosh, what a fun week, and they're all at home. This is like a dream this week.
How big was it to hear Riley Groman embodying exactly what you talked about? Clock turns to midnight, we're focused on UVU and those kind of things.
Oh yeah, I love it when they repeat what we say. It's like they're listening. But yeah, they understand just the situation that we're in. I'm really glad that, we were able to get this game in and not delay it for several weeks. And we both had a pretty quick turnaround. We both played Saturday. It took us all day to get home Sunday, so we just had a one-day prep for Tarleton. But, I appreciate, Riley's perspective, well done us. And, when we get up in the morning, it is about Utah Valley and just understanding that scout. My gosh, it's been forever since we played them. It was our second game after our second WAC game. And so, we've got a lot of studying, a lot of work to do to get ready for that opponent.